Okay, we're going to start our look at Mr. Crowley by Ozzy Osbourne and the great Randy Rhoads. We'll take a look at this section, which basically acts as the verse and chorus. So let me just play through it real quick. Okay, so you're going to hear that section of music 3 times, twice before the solo, and then one more time after the solo, going into the outro solo. Okay, so let's break that down real quick. We're going to start here with a D minor chord, 5th position here, bar across the first 5 strings, then your 2nd finger at the 6th fret on the 6th string, on the 2nd string, and then the 7th fret on the 3rd and 4th strings here. Then open A string, then 1st finger at the 1st fret on the E string, and then you're going to play this D power chord here, which is basically going to be an open string, 4th string, the D string open, 2nd fret on the A string, and then 3rd fret on the D on the B string. So all together we have the chord, the big bar chord, strum all the way across, then the D power chord. Then there's usually a slide, or sometimes it'll go up, or sometimes he'll do a little pick slide just to keep it random, but he's usually just going up and down the 6th string doing one of those techniques, and that takes us down to this chord. It's the power chord at the B flat power chord at the 1st fret on the A string here, and then 3rd fret on the D and the G strings. I like to hold it with my pinky, but you can hold it like this, but it probably would be better to hold it with your pinky, do a little bar there. If you play that chord and then you can do the little lick he does in there. So you hit that twice, and then the lick is you can basically pick the 1st fret, hammer onto the 3rd fret. This is on the A string. Pull back off to the 1st fret, and then to the open string. Then you hit the chord 2 more times, and then you're going to come up and play the 3rd fret on the A string by itself. So far we have okay, then we start back over with the same figure we did before. Okay, then we're staying here, then we're going to take it up to, after getting to that part, you're going to come up to the 3rd fret, play the same power chord, but at the 3rd fret, played it 3 times. Then we're going to do this little lick here. Okay, so that's going to be a hammer-on from 5 to 7 on the A string. Then you're going to do a full bar, a bar across the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th strings at the 5th fret. Hit that and kill it. Just kind of mute it with your left hand, lift up the pressure. And then put your 2nd finger down on the 6th fret on the B string, and your 3rd finger down at the 7th fret on the D string, and reapplying this bar here, and then kill those notes. So we have this, you just hit each one once. So it goes, then we go back to that D minor bar chord. So we have this. Now we have a little fill. Now, like I said, we play through this whole section 3 times. Every time you get to this one spot, he does a particular fill. This is a fill he does the first time, and then we're going to be learning a different fill for the other 2. So this is to begin with, this first time through this part, the fill is going to be hammering on the 5 to 7 on the D string. Then barring the 5th fret at the 2nd and 3rd strings. Then play 6 on the B and 7 on the G. Then back to the 5th fret. This is all on the B and the G string here, except for that opening hammer on, which is on the D string. So that's just the bar at the 5, then the 6 and the 7, then back to the 5, back to the 6 and 7, slide up 2 frets, and then come back down to where you were before. All right, and then from there, goes back to the power chord at the 3rd fret. You hit that 5 times there. And then take it back to the 1st fret power chord, the B flat, 4 times. And on the 4th time, pull off to the open A string on that 1st string. And then hold the A power chord, which is just the open A string and the 2nd fret on the G and the D string. So we have all together. And after you hit that last power chord, just a little bar dive with the trim bar. And then you're back to, or you can grab your guitar and bend the neck if you don't have a tremolo bar or whatever. Okay, so let's go through the 2nd and 3rd time playing this. Everything is going to be the exact same, except for that little spot where we have the fill. The first fill was this. Okay, so as we talked about before, that's going to change now. So in place of that little fill part, the 2nd time playing through it, because we were just getting ready to go start back over with the part again, because it happens twice in a row at the beginning of the song. Then, like I said, we have a solo, and then we have back to another one of these sections, then that little interlude section, and then the outro solo. So, so the 2nd time playing through it, the fill is going to be this. That takes us right to that 3rd fret power chord. So that is going to be hammer from 3 to 4 and then pull back off to 3 on the B string. Then play 5 on the G. Back to 3 on the B string. Then go 5, 3, 5 on the G string. Then we're going to do some descending here. We're going to pull off from 3 to 2 on the G. Then pull off from 5 to 3 on the D string. Then you're going to pull off from 5 to 3 to 2 on the D. And grab the D on the A string. This is the 5th fret on the A string. So we have... That takes us to that power chord. So we have all right. Now the 3rd time, so after the main solo in the song, we're going to play all this whole section again. And we're going to have another fill there. So the fill that will happen the last time playing this part in the song is this. A little bit of muted here, so we're going to have 5 to 7 with your 2nd and 4th fingers here on the A string. And now I'm laying on it a little bit back here to make it a little bit muted. And then you're going to do 3, 5, 7 on the D string, back to 5, back to 3, back up to the 5 and the 7. So you basically go these 3 notes, you go up, back down, back up. Then we start releasing the muting here. We come to the G string, do a quick little trill. It's like just maybe 2 there. And then come over to the B string, and you're going to hammer 5 to 6 to 8, and slide up to 10 with your pinky. Okay, so that would be the fill for the 3rd time of playing that section. All right, so just get the sections down themselves and then just practice the fills individually, and then when it comes to that time in the song, you'll know which fill to put where. Okay, so stay tuned. Next, we're going to be learning the main guitar solo.